NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seahawks and the Bucs, and it comes your way next.
The Florida humidity certain to be a factor in this one. There's no other way to say it, really. It is hot. It is humid here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis and CD, our quarterback matchup here. It features two of the most decorated guys around. A couple of guys certainly with gold jackets in their future. Russell Wilson of the Seahawks, Tom Brady of the Bucs.
And you always feel like you're fortunate to watch games like this and have things unfold right here in real time, because we always want these types of matchups. And being able to watch guys who've been elite NFL quarterbacks for so long continue to do it at a high level, we're the lucky ones.
Teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his second in Tampa Bay.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with a Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, the most since his record-shattering 50 touchdown season of 2007 in New England. He did have minor knee surgery in the offseason, but he said he's sticking with his plan to play beyond the age of 45, which is still 2 years from now. Look out, NFL. Tom Brady still wants to win.
And Brady's throw there incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Here's Brady. And his pass incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Darrell Taylor gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky.
Oh, the return is Reed.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Well, for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again the Seattle Seahawks offense.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson.
And it's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And Dominican Sue with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Jadon Mickens deep for Tampa Bay.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the
pressure comes, and down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some trouble?
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson.
And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Chris Godwin.
58 yards.
And the Bucs on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Ryan Succop on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This is DJ Reed returning. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And that'll bring up second down. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
2nd and 16.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Brady going to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Extra point try now for Succop. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's Reed returning. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
So you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Wilson steps away to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
To return is Jadon Mickens. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 16, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
People constantly make the joke about defensive backs being wide receivers that can't catch, but Carlton Davis puts a line to that theory, snags that one, and he's not a guy who gets a lot of publicity, but a big part of the Bucs' run to the Super Bowl title last year. A former second-round pick out of Auburn in 2018, he led the Buccaneers with 4 interceptions.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That throw by Brady, incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's Brady to throw. It's caught. It's Miller. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, it's a question that's been asked over and over and over, but CD, I'll pose it to you anyway. What do you have to do defensively to stop Tom Brady?
It's one of the great questions in the NFL, and there are a ton of...
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Here comes Reed.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way?
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, the return is Reed. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Yeah, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now in this drive.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and through by Myers.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Oh, the return is Mickens. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So out come the Bucs now. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. Brady to Evans on the slant. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brady now to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. From the gun, it's Brady. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. But it's going to be 2nd down. Now Bernard. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Oh, the return is Mickens. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Now Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
Extra point up and good by Sucker. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Runs through the contact. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They go back to Carson here on second.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 43-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first down, Carson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Carson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And now it's 2nd down.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Myers' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. The return is Mickens. And he returns this to the 22. Let's go. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Brady now on 1st down. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Bradley Pinion now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Carson. There to stop it was Carlton Davis.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker Devin White there to knock it away. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. On the move to his left. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And Myers able to knock it through.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job. But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 30 on second down, Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Play action. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Play action. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down on the scoreboard, you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Shotgun now for Brady.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Brady to throw again. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he's taken down. trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go play action with Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Yeah, the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that guy just keeps getting better. And I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a first down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jason Pierre-Paul able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 33 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Oh, the return is Mickens. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. To throw is Brady. Over the middle to Evans.
Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
Brady on target there to Godwin.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Brady going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. This will be caught once again by Brown. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Again, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Succop for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll throw on first down with Wilson, being chased out left. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Mickens. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
But of the things you always like about Quandre Diggs is his ability to bring his cornerback build and skills to the safety position. Had a career-high 5 interceptions to lead the Seahawks in 2020, where he was a first-time Pro Bowler. I love the way he plays in the secondary.
Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top. It gives you a chance to go make a play.
On 2nd and very short, Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Working with 2nd and 5 now. The give is to Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. And a catch right side by Evans. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Brady. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Succop's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, well, take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, a field goal is going to be enough because, as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. Some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On 1st down, Bernard trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run again with Bernard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll drop this off for Bernard.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Buccaneers defense making their way back out onto the field.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction, but maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum, and right now, he's hugging them.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. On play action, it's Brady. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. L.J. Collier. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
2nd and 20.
Push him back. Push him back. Minus 56. Minus 56.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Brady. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter.
He's got it in, complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Oh, the return is Mickens. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carlos Dunlap getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A handoff to Fournette. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down, because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10.
Brady going to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Brady. Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's third down. From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Space to run past the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Mickens. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at the 20. Here's Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Brady now to throw. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Brady to throw. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Brady's throw complete there to Evans.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Again, they'll throw with Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Brady, got to have this one. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. L.J. Collier able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Flushed out right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like
Yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point put through by Suckum. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Reed. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Let's go.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Wilson to throw, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
Get out of here, man.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it. Tom Brady in the offense. down by 5. A minute 24 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw, Brady. Pass caught, Miller. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Shifts past him at the... And now off to the races, down the right side. And down to the 20. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Wilson wants to throw it. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.